Anyway, back to the vines.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah,
So
no, that's great.
yeah. So that when these vines were taken out of Europe in the MacArthur collection, that came out in 1817, and then when James Busby took his collection around Europe in 1832, brought them into Australia, there were all sorts of varieties that came in. And Shiraz and Grenache were two of them, and they were they sent around the colonies to be planted, and a lot came to the Barossa and to McLaren Vale. Different groups of people were settling them. In the Barossa, we had a lot of Germans that were there as communities. They'd come out to help settle a non-convict state of Australia. They bought their vines from New South Wales and they planted them, and they grew, and they were made often into fortified wines, so into port style of wines we called port in Australia for a long time, not anymore of course. And a lot of them have survived that time. It's a very benign, beautiful, grape growing climate in South Australia. We have these lovely sort of balmy, warm, dry summers and rainfalls in winter and spring, and so the vines are they're very healthy. They're not typically under a lot of stress, and McLaren Vale. Those vines have got the beautiful sea view, and they've got that lovely sort of maritime influence. In the Barossa, we're a bit further away from the coast, but still not. We don't get those freezing nights typically. So it's a pretty good place if you're a grapevine. And in the late 1800s, of course, phylloxera devastated most of Europe. Most of the vines that would have had where the cuttings for our vines came from, and now we've ended up with the oldest vines in the world.